Now, though, I just wanted to touch upon a subject, and what I feel is our concept of maturity. And the reason why I want to talk about our concept of maturity, when I say our, I don't know if I even mean just, maybe, I feel like all the time I'm always talking about black people. That's the majority of people that are in my life intimately. Mm-hmm. And so it almost makes me feel like I'm talking about black people all the time. Yeah. Because that's what I know. Because I know white people do see things differently and do move differently. But I put up some comedic videos recently. I always put up comedic stuff, and I'm very, very goofy. Also, to talk about a little bit what he did before, I was told one time by a girl, you're so, you remember that episode of Fresh Prince where she said, you're so goofy?
Yeah. And Will was like, huh? He asked the whole family. He was like, in one word, how would you describe it? And they started saying all this other thing. And then somebody said, yeah, well, she said I was goofy. She was like, that's what it is, goofy. You're goofy. Yeah.
And so, and the girl did it. She was trying to diminish my masculinity, which she said it, though. Yeah. Like, I think, maybe, what's it, Nia Long, I think perhaps she was, I don't know if she was saying, she was with the dude, so maybe she wouldn't mean it like that. Yeah. But one time a girl told me that, and she was trying to diminish masculinity, I resented that. But I am goofy. And I feel like we associate, and the videos I made, some people gave me some comments, or some people told me stuff over the phone that they were like, why are you doing that? Like passive aggressively sort of questioning me on why. Passive aggressively questioning me on why I do. Nobody outright told me that's immature, stop it. But they were like basically telling me that's immature. And so I just want to say maturity is not merely being comedic or goofy. In that case, Martin.
Before you dive into that, let me just I can relate to you on this. I didn't know where you were going. I can relate to you because I am the goofiest, most playful, grown ass man you probably will ever meet in your life, especially if we're in a relationship. I'm going to be Martin. Because that's just how I am, and that also stems from. I'm not gonna say this like this with every dude. I know where mine stems from. Maybe I was going to naturally be like that, but it also stems from me not really having and truly having a childhood. I had to grow up so rapidly to help be in the family dynamic that I didn't get to experience just the days of, really playing a video game all day or getting to go hang with my friends at the skating rink. Because I had to oftentimes babysit because, my grandparents or my mother or whatever, or my aunts and uncles were at work, so I had to babysit my brothers and my cousins. Yeah. And it was a tight leash on me, especially from my mother. And I used to be really upset with her and angry with her about this, but I understood if I wasn't there in that role, she wouldn't have had much, help. A lot of help. I'm not speaking financially. I'm talking about mentally and physical support in that household, in that family dynamic, being the man of the house at the age of 12, 13, 14, and beyond, being the man of the house at that age. So, I get told you play too much. I get told, why you so silly? Why you so goofy? And I do feel like that's not a signal of. It doesn't signify that you're immature. It just signifies you're okay and comfortable with yourself and your being, and you are okay with expressing that, and you are that vulnerable to be that corny, to be whatever, and it's okay. And so that, like you say, Martin, I'll relate that to Martin. The Martin and the Gina dynamic. I yearn for the Gina dynamic, but I understand that most of the time when you have that Gina dynamic, sad to say, that woman isn't really doing it that much in life. Their standards. And I'm not saying that's every case, but a lot of times if you do find that Gina, she's not doing that. So you do have to adapt and realize that as you grow older, if you're still searching for love, a lot of women aren't playful like that. Yeah. A lot of women aren't playful. Black, whatever race, they're not playful like that. But man,
and that's
and
that's quite sad. Yeah, so I feel like the life has been
sucked out of your drain. The system has just came and dominated you and said, "This is what you have to be to make it. You can't do this other stuff. There's no time for that."
Belief systems. This belief system that when one is mature, one comports himself in a particular kind of way that's lacking in any kind of comedic element.
Yes.
That pisses me off, man. Because like you said, this dude, you heard this dude's story. He was mature at the age of 12. You were super mature. And you still are mature in that you have acquired a bunch of responsibilities. You own up to your responsibilities. And every other avenue of your life, you're doing what you need to be doing, should be doing. And yet, when it comes to being silly, all of a sudden, like this is a negative connotation to it, as if you're being childlike.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what being childlike is. Being childlike is being 45, 55, 35 years old and not being able to be vulnerable with your loved ones, not being able to communicate why you feel wronged, being unwilling to build a bridge between you and the people.
Childish.
That's what childishness is. That's what immaturity is.
Yeah.
Immaturity is not...
Yeah.
Is opening the door of comedy or humor and going in it and enjoying that stimulation. Because these people make me sick, man. The same people that feel this way and say this kind of stuff are the same people that I come in contact with, that the only time they could be vulnerable is when they drunk off their ass.
And when they find the bottom of that bottle, oh, man.
Bruh, that's the only time when they can find it. And I'm like, yo, like, I have nothing against drink. I have nothing against at all drinking.
No, it's nothing against
but all I'm saying is, I can do that without drinking, and I think that says something that once somebody can do that without drinking, because what drinking does is it loosens your inhibitions, and so that means that you have inhibitions, and that means that I don't, and he doesn't, because when you see the beauty, when you are mature and you see the beauty in vulnerability and being emotionally naked and being comfortable enough, as you said, to be that corny.
Yeah.
That's maturity and that's beauty. That's self-examination. Yeah. Man, it pisses me off though, man. Like when you associate and equate me with immature, as if like what are you saying? You're saying that like I'm trying to live in another world. It's not some form of escapism, comedy, humor. It's a stimulant. It's a stimulatory way of.
It promotes good vibes, positive energy. It promotes happiness, love, joy. That's what it should promote.
You know what? I agree. You know what it is, bro. I have a theory that, I mean, people validate it all the time. It's just that misery loves company. Misery loves company, bro. And when somebody sees you laughing and having a good time, they're like, "Yo, you're
the outlier.
You're
the outlier. Yeah. You're weird."
Yeah, bro.
It's something wrong with him. It's something wrong with you because you're like that.
Yes,
you're right.
And they just, I feel like it's like for a person who's miserable to see you being jovial and lighthearted, I feel like it's like nails on a chalkboard inside their mind. It's like, nah, F that. Like, nah, stop it.
Why are you doing that? Why are you?
And the reason why I almost know that for sure is because maturity, self-honesty. Like in my most tired, darkest times, I hated seeing people enjoy themselves. And it wasn't something that I can control. It just something that automatically just turns on. It's a human thing. That's why psychology interests me so much, because there's certain kind of human characteristics that we're all involuntarily victims of in terms of certain bodily circumstances. Like when you are extremely unhappy and you have a dogged soul, you tend to want to bring those around you into your black hole, bro.
And let me just tell you about that, man. And I'd give these testimonies and these stories because maybe somebody's going through it right now and they can realize they don't have to be that way.
Yeah.
My sophomore year in college, man, I'll never forget this, man. I wasn't going to church anymore. And it was just very dark for me, man. My sophomore year in college, my second year in college, man, it was very dark for me. I didn't believe in anything.
Yeah.
I still prayed every night. I still prayed in the morning, but it was just like I'm just taught, Lord, thank you for and because I knew that's how I grew up in the Baptist church. That's what I was supposed to do. I didn't believe in anything, man. My grades were so terrible. I went to class, man. I would go to class, man, in slides and flip flops with some Jordan shorts and dingy. I didn't iron my just you know how you bought a black t-shirt so many times it starts to fade.
Yeah.
A dingy t-shirt, holes in it, man. I did not care about anything in any. I was in such a dark place, man. Suicidal thoughts. I laid with them every night.
Yeah.
I was too chicken. Thank God, I was too much of a coward to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But every single night, I was like, man, if I go to sleep tonight and I don't wake up, I'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget this, man. And it was in this time when I realized, you are tripping, man. Get yourself together. You made it to college. That was the dream coming out the hood. Now you may have a different perspective of what college is. You made it to college. That was the goal. You here. Make the most of it. Grow. Be happy. It was one day, man, and my mother would tell you this story, man. Because I scared not only my mother, my grandmother, man. And my grandmother was that matriarch. She was the matriarch, the head of the household.
Yeah.
Grandfather worked, grandmother ran the house. That old school dynamic. And I remember we was all in the house, man. And this was at the end of my sophomore year in college, I believe. And that's when I started to try to turn around that summer, man. I got back in church. I started back, But I told him, I said, man, I feel like I'm going to die at a young age. And I'm still young right now, but I told them, I feel like I'm going to die when I turn 20, before I turn 21.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, what? We sitting in the living room in the house just eating. I said, I feel like I'm going to die by the time I turn 21, I'm going to die. Because I feel like all the greats die young. And I had done nothing to be great at that point.
Yeah.
I hadn't counseled people, advised people. I had done nothing at all to be a great person. So me dying at that point would have just been another number.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, and then I was still terrified from, being in high school and all that drama. When I realized, I was like, that was just high school drama. That was one thugs. That was one gangster. That was just high school thugs. Mm-hmm. So that misery, man, I didn't realize how much that misery was dragging down everybody else around me. I was dragging down everybody else around me.
Yeah,
man. And so, yeah, people laughing. Hey, man, let's go hang out. Nah, man, I'm going to my room. Classroom. That's it.
Yeah.
Weekends, I go to Houston. Boom, that's it. Didn't do stayed in the house all day. Didn't go anywhere. Nothing. For a whole year. School year. That misery, and I told myself I would never go to that place again. I'll never get close to that place ever again.
How'd you get out of it?
Again, man. After I told my family that, and I saw that, how they like looking at me like, something wrong with you, man.
Yeah.
I'm stressed out about finances. My mother can't make it. College is kind of taken away from her pocket. And my family putting money together to help me go through school as much as they can. And it's just like everybody was stressed out, like, man, And then when I said that, they were looking at me like, why are you being such a fool? Why are you being so foolish? Yeah, we may be stressed, but we're still happy. We still have food on this table. We still have clothes on our back. We still have shoes on our face. We still got a roof over our head. Every time we pay our rent or bills, we may not, we may be broke. We may not have a cent to our name, but guess what? We got another month of living under a roof, not under a bridge, not in the streets. We have another month of food on the table. It may not be what you want to eat every night, but you're going to have something to eat, fill your stomach up, something to drink other than water. And that's what I realized, dude, I'm tripping. I have life. I'm just not living life. And if I'm never able to obtain the riches to pay off everybody's debt and move my family to these big houses and whatever. What if I never, would that justify me being happy and having a good life? And that's what changed my mindset, man. Appreciate everything that you have, and in the moment, appreciate who you are. Don't beat yourself up to the point that so much that you can't appreciate the moment or who you are right now.
Yeah.
And that was a bit on a tangent, but that speaks to misery.
Yes.
And how misery can not only affect you, but affect other people. And after that, man, my family would check on me. After I made that, even though I was healing, they would still check up, like, because they didn't know how deeply I thought about it, and which I was cool with. I understand. I got to show y'all and prove y'all I'm all right. I'm good. And that's why, that's another reason why I'm just so animated, man, when I am, because that's what life is about, man. You know, show that to other people that, hey, it's okay to express yourself. It's okay. It's okay to drop that arm off and just let people see your heart. Let people feel your pulse. Let people hear your thoughts. Let people see your mind. And I hate that it is connected and defined by being immature. Like, no, immature is staying at home all day, and you have a family, and you're not trying to, you know, you're married, and you're not trying to provide for your family. Immaturity is knowingly, you know that, you know, you have no interest in this man or this woman, but you string them along. That's immaturity. You know, so I hate that, but I am that way, man. I totally, Martin Fresh Prince, man. That's me. I am like that, man.
And that's maturity. That's maturity, man. Coming up out that dark place, not developing some kind of dependency upon something long term. I don't know, maybe you did or not. I don't know, but I know I did for a little bit. Alcoholic days, but all I'm saying is that, this bottom line, maturity is not what you think it is. Do not associate comedic behavior with immature. Not automatically do that. There are people who are goofy, who are immature in that their goofiness is a way for them to run away from themselves and run away from serious situations.
And it can blur the line and be overbearing and perverted and you know that is
and obnoxious.
Obnoxious.
And so, but like that's not enough to be said. That was a beautiful story about
it. Man.
But yeah, man. Okay, got to get that off my chest because
yeah, man.
Y'all be tripping.
So I'm still in the process of reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. Man, the deeper I get in that book, the more I learn about myself, and the more I learn about just, man, life and just the stuff that we discuss, you know, weekly, how it was still prominent and still relevant back then, and why is it still relevant today, 50-some years later, hundreds of years later. And so it's just like, man, I'm still in the process, so check it out. You know, we're trying to start a book club, whether it be from this series or we have to post about it on Instagram and Facebook. We're trying to start a book club, man. That's the book for this month, man. The autobiography of Malcolm X. If you read it, refresh yourself on it. You know, you're older, you might have a different perspective. You might find something new about it, something that you didn't see in it at first. So check it out. And also, again, you know, we try to promote people, you know, doing, you know, great things. I have this friend, this associate, her name is Brianna James. She's on Instagram and Facebook. I'm gonna, you know, tag her, supply you with her name and stuff. Check out her artwork, man. It's super dope. It's amazing, man. Like she's blessed. Like she's gifted with her hands. Like you look at Steph Curry and how he's able to hit these amazing out of the whatever shot. It seems like it's just her stroke, something amazing art, some beautiful art is created from it. So check her out, man. Give her a look, and just, you know, she still has some slots open for you to request a painting, different sizes, different pricing, and check that out, and just give that a look, and you know, y'all stay blessed, man. And again, you know, I don't care if one person view this or a billion people view this. As long as it touch or remind somebody or awaken something in somebody or changes someone's life or perspective on something, that's the goal. That's the goal. So,
and I would ask that you do give us some feedback. I challenge y'all who listen to be vocal and comment and say perhaps, you know, whether it's a critique or whether it's a compliment or words of encouragement. A friend of mine, shout out to Zach. He messaged me just 2 days ago and told me that he partially, because of our videos, it motivated him to be a big brother in Baltimore. And so now he's mentoring a young kid whenever he is. I didn't get the details, but how beautiful is that?
That's
though?
a beautiful
to
thing.
even
That's a beautiful thing.
If we even like 1/16th contribute to the motivation to a conversation or the motivation to action, such as being a big brother in Baltimore or whatever else it is, or just I think it's a benefit in and of itself to merely to feel like you just got some food for thought for the evening, for the morning, for the day. Like there's people that I listen to, and I'm so thankful that they make content. Cause I'm like, yes, I want some food for thought.
Yeah.
And I hope that we do the same. And it'll be great if you are a listener, because some of y'all really like. I never would have known Zach watched these videos with. That'd be great if y'all could offer. We're gonna do it no matter what, like you said, even if it's like 1-2 people.
Regardless, man.
But let's. Social media, not to get you social. We're gonna talk about it next time. But social, it's so funny that I guess people's awkwardness can't be helped, because the same way that people are awkward in person, and that like a girl, a girl could like a guy in the workplace and never show it, or rather, more simply, take out the romantic element. People can be somebody can add you on Facebook that you go to school with, that you work with, and see you in person, and they never tell you a word. You may not even know them, and that's so weird.
That's weird.
That awkwardness now has rolled over to social media, to where people feel so awkward, even on the internet, behind a computer, to even say something. Yeah. Now they feel awkward about that. Yeah. So all I'm saying is, y'all try to overcome that, and let's be social with each other. Cause that's the whole point of this too.
It's a tool. It should be a powerful tool to connect everybody from America to Arabia to China to Australia to Africa to, if it's anybody on the North and South Pole, Antarctica, it should connect us. So,
definitely. All right, brothers and sisters,
y'all stay blessed. Be happy. Love yourself. Love others.
Peace out, y'all.